Boards and swords.
Double click, make it words.
Words.
My correct. Golf cards that have. Welcome to week 5 of the MCCL. Some big roster changes. First, of course, the Templars. Dave Schneider is asked to step down and leaves the Templars and is seeking a new team.
Rumors are that he is likely talking with his former rival team, the Legion. The Legion is seeking to fill some holes due to their chronic injuries.
Again, my shocked face. The Dragons have traded Garrett Vollmer, their valuable bishop, to the Corsairs for Troy Oswald. Garrett's boisterous nature has evidently not been fitting in with the Dragons. They're looking for the scrappier end of the bargain in Troy.
Troy is currently 4-2 in fights this season and has started off the year quite well. The Dragons, I believe, get the better end of this trade.
Well, the Corsairs do gain a lot from Garrett. He's got a different fighting style than what they currently have on their roster. Very, very physical, very strong, unarmed.
And the Corsairs King Max Savage has previously been on the same team with Garrett, and that probably influenced the decision.
That's very true.
No home teams won this week, making for a lot of disappointed fans.
Let's start with the bottom of the league. And where the bottom of the league is, the Roses always are this time, along with the Banshees. The last 4 matches, the Roses have played very, very well. This one they deserve their loss.
Banshees are not a particularly solid team as we've seen so far this season, but they rallied together to defeat Roses King Nathaniel Nesham Case in personal combat.
This is the second 2-hour match that we've seen from the Roses in the last 2 weeks. Nesham Case, as we've seen before, plays brilliant chess, and it would be really interesting to see what would happen if his chess and his strategy were matched with a better sense of his fighter's capabilities. If he had an experienced queen like Mike Lubke on his side.
The Roses have announced they're in the process of trading away a few players to try and set themselves up for the next season.
Second match is the Cavaliers versus the Templars, and unbelievably, the Templars win. They pull out their first victory over last year's runners-up.
Must be the lack of David Snyder and his trademark
Modo.
Thank you, intern Steve. The Cavaliers are still struggling after their crushing defeat in last year's championship match.
Major chess mistakes led to a quick defeat of the Cavaliers King Wilson Borchard. Borchard bested in personal combat by the Templars pawn Ann Osberg using long swords.
This match only lasted 17 moves, so when the Templars win, they win big.
Match 3 this week, the Legion versus the Corsairs.
Tough matchup here, well fought on both sides. The Corsairs did manage to sneak out a victory at the end with better endgame chess tactics. Legion tried to close them out early, but they could not finish off the Corsairs' king, Max Savage.
Highlights of the game, Noah Stein, the Knight of the Corsairs, takes 3 consecutive wins with a quarterstaff, a broadsword, and unarmed.
Also, Max Savage, the Corsairs' king, defends a personal attack from Alina Ray. Alina's had a rough season. Rumors about a possible Legion trade are surrounding her.
Legion's pawn Chris Sheik chalked up another great match with 3 wins of his own, taking down a bishop and a knight, providing some early piece advantages for the Legion that they failed to capitalize on.
Very back and forth match, with the Legion eventually losing due to checkmate. Legion King Nora Sachs had some commentary on that.
Winning by checkmate is cowardly. I've yet to be bested in personal combat this season, and the next time we meet on the chessboard, I challenge Max to stop hiding behind his pawns and fight me directly.
And after those strong words from Nora Sachs, we move on to the final match of the week. Undefeated teams, the Celts versus the Dragons, a match that we were so looking forward to.
It ended as soon as it began, sadly enough. A mere 9 fights into the match, 7 of which were won by the Dragons.
Are you okay? Do you need counseling for this?
I started drinking very early in that game.
The Dragons are just unstoppable. I don't think I've seen a team this strong since I started doing commentary for the MCCL. If I were a betting man, the Dragons are where I would place my money for the big win at the end of this season.
The Celts' rook, Aaron Sauer, brutally defeated by the Dragons' bishop, Barrett the Flailing Dutchman Vanderberg. Oof. The fight was quarterstaves. The marshal was forced to step in and call the fight after Sauer took numerous blows.
He was showing the bruises to the press after the match. There were some fairly impressive ones. I don't think I've seen those colors in nature before.
Next week's pick of the week, the Dragons versus the Legion. The Legion is a scrappy team, but I don't think they'll be able to withstand the onslaught that is the Dragons.
Also, keep an eye out for the Corsairs and the Celts having their fight for second place. Thanks for joining us. This has been Boards and Swords. I'm Mike Spence.
I'm Mark Rasmussen, and remember, until next time, control yourself.
Mike Spence. Mark Rasmussen.